If you guys are new, this is going to be a PUBG Mobile event. We are going to have these every single Monday. So if you guys want to compete in them, all you got to do is go to our Discord and sign up your squad right now. Now, if you are live actually with us, then we will be having these sign-ups right when we're done with the stream, all right? Right when we're finished, you guys can sign up. But the first thing you should absolutely do before anything is to go to the description, go to the profile page, and take a look at the Discord link and click that link, because that is where you sign up in the first place. We'd love to have you. It's a great time. I think a lot of people enjoy it. I'm a little bit biased. It's my own event, but we do have these cool prize pools. Tonight is going to be a $40 prize pool for the winning squad. Usually it's 20, but we wanted to do something different. We wanted to change it up a bit. So if you guys want to compete, there's always a cash prize pool for our events. We have other events too. Fridays we have events too. That is a monthly prize pool of $80. And we have COD mobile events as well. Scrimmages every week. So if you're interested in any of those mobile games, PUBG Mobile, COD Mobile, you guys can absolutely do that. Anyway, as I said, this is a PUBG Mobile event where we have a bunch of different teams competing against each other for tonight's event. I don't know. That seems to be the case. I'll show you guys the team list in just a sec. If there's anything else I need to say before we go on, though, I don't really think so. I'm H Crusader. I didn't actually introduce myself. I played for Naked Esports and host events such as this with them as well. We do some pretty good work as far as I can tell. Shout out to all the teams out there. Welcome to the stream. Welcome to the competition. And if you think your team's going to win, let me know. And let me know who you're rooting for, no matter what, if you're competing or not competing. I want to hear from you guys because, well, that's just the way I am. I'm going to show you guys the team list right now. Again, let me know who you think will win. I'm also going to lower the volume here. I think the music is just a tad loud. How's that? Does that change? And I lowered it. That should do fine. Anyway, here are the list of teams. I think we lost 3 of these teams. I'm not sure which 3, but I'll just go through these anyway. We got Goon Squad, Team OGM, Golden Rush, HDD, 8DP, Takeover, Laxers Black, The Happy Chemical, Rat Pack Gaming, 807 Gaming, C4, Circle of Silence, Executioner's Blade, 4 Gamers, SX Team, Nick Esports, Kings of Chaos, Legends, Team Bacaccio, American Faction, Delta Stars, and Impulse 6. Now, if you guys have a team you guys think will win, or a team you think will not win, I also want to hear that, all right? I'm going to pick 807 Gaming, as I usually pick a team to win it, and this time it's going to be 807, team slot 11. So if you guys have them winning, let me know. If you don't, again, you're going to be wrong, because I'm always right. There's no way I'm going to get this wrong. I'm just perfect in every single way. But yeah, I'm going to bring you guys back over to the studio. Wrong studio. There we go. All right, so as the teams come in, we still got a few minutes before we start. We can take a look at whoever's in the game so far and then see how they're doing, all right? So right now, we do have Rat Pack Gaming. I think we've seen your team's stats recently. 807. We'll take a look at 807 because I do have them winning, all right? So here we go. We got Taco Cast to start. Let's grab their profile or their stats here. It's not a lot under the matches played, but a good amount here. Let's take a look at their previous season because that might be a better sample size, just so we can get that better off. All right, so 113 matches played with 14 wins, making that a 12.4 win ratio, 59% on the top 10, 11 most kills, highest damage is 1,840. And then average damage is 569 with a 3.33 KD. I really do like that KD. That's not bad. I do like the average damage. Anything above 500 I think is really good. Let me bring this over so you guys have a better view too. But there you go. I think the win ratio should go up. Anything between 20 and 25% I always think is a good number. So the fact that it's at 12.4, maybe you're hot dropping a lot. I don't really get that vibe when it comes to the combat stat. So as long as you can just kind of survive longer, because you're also at that 59% on the top 10, which I think anything between 70 and 80 is a good number. So it seems like maybe you should stay away from the hot drops for now and just try to battle along through, because your damage isn't bad here. I think it's really good, actually. So overall, maybe play a little bit safer in the beginning, so then you have a better chance of winning it at the end. At least reaching the top 10 a little bit more often. That's my advice. I'm always going to give my best thoughts here. But overall, I do like the numbers. We'll take a look at your teammates here. Who's this right now? It is Golem. Take a look at the stats right now. A lot more this season, so that's not bad at all. 29 wins, 166 matches played, 17.5% on the win ratio, 56% on the top 10, 15 most kills with 2017 as the highest damage, 616 for average damage, and a 3.7 KD. A little bit better than your teammates. Again, above 500 for the average damage. Definitely clearing that pretty well. I think the win ratio, again, would like to see that go up. A pretty similar idea, I think, is just to maybe land safer in the beginning so you can get both your top 10 and your win ratio up. That's just my opinion again. But yeah, similar stats, a little bit better though, and they were pretty good previously too, so overall not bad at all. We're going to go to Liddy. Take a look at Liddy's stats. A lot more games under Liddy's belt here. 38 wins, 340 matches played, 11.1 win ratio with a 47% on the top 10, 765 average damage, 18 most kills with 3,000 highest damage, which is absolutely nuts, and then a 4.5 KD. This is more of the numbers I would expect from very much a hot dropper, so maybe your teammates go along with that process as well. And the reason why I say that is because the combat set is so much higher than compared to the survival and how long you last. So if you were playing the safe, typically you should be over 15% on the win ratio, typically, especially with the numbers on the combat set. So again, maybe steer clear of the hot drops. You guys are seemingly always dropping to boot camp, or maybe to, I don't know, Georgia Pole and Erangel. I don't know which map you like to use, but maybe steer clear of them and try to last longer, because that is also another thing teams need to work on. It's not just like gameplay, right? When you hot drop, and we're going to get started right now, but a little advice when it comes to practicing is you don't always want to do the hot drop. Obviously, there's a positive to doing hot drops. You get a lot of gameplay in the beginning, a lot of shots off, so you kind of figure out at least against team versus team, you kind of figure out what you need to do, and that's really good. I mean, there's nothing wrong with that. But you also need to learn about rotations, positioning, and like a more general strat outside of just hot drops. So what do I mean by that? Like when you're driving along, you know, where do you go? The circle's changing. What do you do when the circle changes to a certain area? You're not going to get that when you hot drop unless you survive through it. But oftentimes, you're not really surviving through it, at least unless you play it safer. So compared to playing it safer. So you want to do a little bit of both. You want to do hot drops every now and then, but don't think that's going to definitely help out your case. Sometimes you want to land safe and see what you should do from that point of view, because a lot of these scrims, a lot of teams don't like to hot drop because they want to steer clear of the enemies. But if you're constantly hot dropping every single classic match, you might not be used to it. Alright, so it looks like the plane has started, and it has a really southern plane line. Let's take off the music here. So the plane is way on that south side, going from east to west. You got Los Leones for sure. I don't know why you don't hear the plane. I guess I didn't make it into the plane or something. But I think when they jump off, it should be okay for me to figure things out. But really weird. Let me turn off my notifications to start as well. That could be good. Alright. So there we go. Legends is jumping off here. I think we're all set as far as everything else is concerned. Stream, I think, is all good to go. I would love to, if you say hi or anything like that on the stream, appreciate it. Just want to see who's on, because that helps me figure it out. And if you have anything you want to ask me, definitely do so. I will keep track of my chat, obviously, to the best of my abilities. We do have a delay of 4 or 5 minutes. I forgot which one I added, but one of the two. So if you guys want to talk to me, I certainly will, but it might get back to you late. Just keep that in mind because of the delay. We want to make sure teams don't use what we see to their advantage, which is obvious, I think, to most people. But in case you're new to the stream, this is an eSports competition where a bunch of teams are facing off against each other for a chance to win that $40 prize pool. So good luck as they drop in. Rat Pack Gaming going to Valley Del Mar. A lot of teams seem to be trying to head up north because of the plane line being so south. 2 teams did land to Los Leones, so they kind of got that separation going on. Going to loot that to the most of their abilities, I think. 2 teams going to Chumacera. That is typically a very popular spot. I don't know why. It's not my cup of tea, but I know a lot of teams like that area, and we can see that's pretty evident here with 807 and SX dropping there. 4 gamers went to the graveyard area, kind of. Minas Generales. I don't really know if I'm pronouncing that right. But 4 gamers are here, and they're looting that spot. We have Laxers here. There's 2 Laxers team. Laxers and Laxers Black. One of them might not be in. I'm not quite 100% sure. But this certainly is here. Junkyard and a bunch of separate compounds. They seem to be trying to do that way of looting. It's not a bad way to loot. I like the turtle costume. It's not a bad way to loot. It's just a little bit on the riskier side because you're separating your squad. If a team comes at you, one of your players might be in a lot of trouble. But the other side to that coin is that you're not landing to a hot drop. You're not landing into a town where teams usually go. So maybe it will be a safer spot to loot. It's also harder to find good loot at those positions because you don't have building to building to building over and over to kind of grab the best things you want. So again, we had a pretty southern plane line. You can see from this view right now is all the teams are pretty much on the southern hemisphere. The zone has taken quite a shift where there's only possibly 2 to 3 teams that are in the next zone already. So you're definitely going to see a move, a herd going over from the west and the south to the east and the north. It's going to be quite a shift. It may cause some problems between teams battling against each other. But right now, because we have 42 people alive, we're certainly starting short, that it's going to be a different case right now. Owies, Mart, and Drixie over here. As you said before, this team has landed separately as well. They're opting to take compounds like this and try to maximize the amount of guns they can get and equipment before going into engagement, and hoping that teams don't push up on either players because they are outside of the main landing areas. There seems to be a possible red zone here going on. Laxer's Beast holding the house here. Nobody's seemingly that close. 4 gamers are the closest ones. You see Bassist here. 4 gamers is a team that typically does very well in our events. They have won the Naked Riot series for, I think, the month of September. Very good squad. Definitely like their positioning. I like their positioning and how they move to certain places, especially when the zone starts to close. It's a big part of the game, and they seem to do that very well. We're going to IM here with Jay, Larry, Boy, and Dynamo. I think it's Team Impulse 6, if I'm not mistaken. So you can see here Dynamo getting closer and closer to Team 2. Obviously in front of us representing OGM, Team OGM, with Spike and Zayang over there on the left. They're a bit of a distance still. You can kind of see from the mini-map how far exactly they are. Dynamo seems to be opting for the buggy. I don't think Zayang is going to stop him, neither will Spike. And off he goes, possibly to pick up Larry, and moving on from there. Team 16 in a vehicle. They're driving toward center zone. They're already in the next zone. So it looks like this teammate will grab this vehicle. I do like how a lot of teams grab multiple vehicles. You can see here every single player for SX, because they are running with a 3-person squad, are taking their own individual cars. It's a little bit of a double-edged sword that way. But I think the positives of having multiple vehicles outweighs the negatives of having just one vehicle. Here's back to 807, Taco Cass, Liddy, Golem, and Binary. They still need to get into zone. It's not too far, and the first zone shouldn't hurt too much. So right now, they're pretty safe as far as the blue zone is concerned. And the next set of players in front of them, fairly close, but they are driving away and maybe heading toward DS, the Delta Stars. So maybe have another battle on that left side. That could be good to watch. But we'll keep an eye on that for sure. We got NE close to 4G. Let's see how that kind of looks. Diego and Rush right now. Just working this as a duo squad. Let's see if that goes well for them. I'm going to get my stream on YouTube. Now that the delay amount has passed, I should be able to get this up. Yeah, there we go. And Kool-Aid, welcome to the stream. Says, sup, hey, C4, I'm back. Hello. Hi. Welcome. Welcome and thanks for coming in. Alright. Thank you guys for all tuning in. Let me know how you guys are feeling. Just want to know exactly who's here and get an idea of how you're feeling in general. So it's good for me so I can figure out anything I can do to make this stream a better one. Team 23, I just saw a death here. Team 11 must have done something. And now we're taking a look at exactly what happened. Looks like Impulse 6 with Jay is shooting down at 4 different players for 807. Mostly trying to handle this on his own. And taken down long range by Liddy. This is a big move here against Impulse. Definitely for 807. And you can see there a big push on the left side with the vehicle. They're a little bit worried. 807 obviously thinking that there's more players, so they're not going directly to that knock, but they're just going to go to the side. They're going to go for that thirst. And now the rest of what is remaining, I should say, of Impulse is just Larry, who is oh my god, he's stopping here. Is he gonna? He's gonna try to shoot long range here, which could work out fine. Oh, it is gonna work out nicely, putting on a lot of damage. But getting hit as well. He's got to back away. He needs to stay low because if he gets knocked out, that is it for the squad for this match. And they'd be the first team out. But luckily, Larry Boy does get behind the little hill here. He's going to shoot back at him again. And he's got to be careful on that left side. And he doesn't. I don't know if he wasn't noticing where the initial shots were coming from. He was getting banged up on that left side to start. And then started shooting again to the same place. Not really thinking about the team on his left, or the same players, but the same team, but different players on the left. And 807 will have 3 on the board. They know they got an instant kill, so they know they finished up the job, at least against this squad. No third parties seem to be coming in the area. That's their route that they took there. As you can see, plane line bringing them down to Chumacera, and then they kind of rotating around there. Team 2 is driving by, maybe. 807 will notice them. It's a possibility, but there's a lot of little hills here to make it hard to shoot, and the vehicles obviously make it easier to pass by enemies even if they're close. So we'll see if that changes, though. You can easily flip one of these things to slow yourself down in this terrain, but right now it does seem like they're passing by pretty well. No shots against them, and none of them are taking any damage at all. So safely they get into zone. There's another team of players behind them. That's the same team actually, but they're also passing right around 807. No issues as I can foresee. KC's already in zone. Kings of Chaos. Again, Rush and Team 17 are still inside the main zone. Pretty happy there, I imagine. Team 16, let's see with SX. Do they see Team 22 driving by? There's Danny. Danny just got out of the vehicle and getting shot right now. This is a bad position for Danny, and I'm surprised they're not actually going to get that thirst. Maybe Danny has a little piece of the hill here. Yeah, he's got a little piece of hill to give him enough cover, but will it last? Is the question, as he's going to rotate up and gets knocked before he gets behind any more significant cover. Luckily for his teammates, though, they were able to get a knock against Drixie, so a trade between the two. 4x scope. Melly trying to use the M4 as well as not gaining contact against Mart, but tries his best. Has a grenade out. Will it make contact? He's still looking to the right, thinking Melly's there, but already went to the left of him as he got the grenade out. So looks like Mart is going to be able to get that revive, which is huge. Melly has no idea on that left side that that's where they are. And a little bit of a miss here for Melly. We'll take a look at Drixie here is trying to heal up. Smoke should help Melly indicate where the enemy is. Melly's getting shot at right now. Will Mart make a push? No, he's backing back toward Drixie, making sure that they are all safe. Oh, Owie's trying to throw a grenade over. It's going to be a miss, though. Take a look at Danny. As Danny's creeping in to the engagement, we'll see if he can get some shots off for Delta Stars. They're moving around over there. We definitely see their tags, but can you see players? Grenades continue to bombard as Melly's now inside the compound. It does seem like Team 16 is pushing together toward this compound as well. This could be a difficult situation for Melly. If Melly's teammates can help out from long range, that would definitely come in clutch as he hops out. Melly's got to be awfully cautious. Melly, if Melly gets knocked here, this would be huge against DS. Melly's a bit far from the teammates here. Backing off to see exactly how far. There's Danny getting closer and closer. Starting to get a little bit hit, but now Danny found some healing spots behind the wall. They still have another DS player with Andre. Longer range shots. Danny's trying to shoot. I'm not sure where Danny's shooting, to be honest, but definitely taking some shots across the way. Melly is really center of this battle zone. Might be able to get a knock against SX. Take a look from SX perspective here. You can see Mart using that TPP view in the shed to see if he can get a better view of the enemy. Both teams still pretty good here. DS with a team of 3 and so is SX. Both teams seem to be pretty well healed up. Andre will certainly need to put on some heals now, but is in a position where he can do that without issue. DS, they're throwing some smokes behind. They may try to leave this spot. And that might actually be a risky play to try to retreat through this. So far, so good. But now the shots seem to be coming along. And Melly took a hit. You can see Andre still continuing to shoot across the way. But right now, SX fully healed up. It looks like Danny's going to grab that bus any moment now. SX continuing to get a little bit closer, but they're not making a huge, fast rush. It seems to be they're holding positions and creeping in closer whenever it seems good for them. But now DS off and away. There's one player. Andre has his own vehicle. So that should be a done engagement for now. As it was a close call for both teams. It was especially for DS at a moment where Melly was kind of alone at the compound. That was a little risky for them. But they were able to get out of it and move on. And we'll see what changes after this now. Taking a look at Legends here. Let's see how they have AJ, KR, and SJ. SJ's already out, so they're going to work as a duo going forward. You definitely don't want to flip these cars, but on this terrain, it is pretty easy to do that. Rye Guy, welcome to the stream. Said, hey, I haven't played these in a minute. I might try. I would love to have you. Crusader says, Nicole, welcome to the stream. Thank you for joining in. Well, welcome back, I should say. And Aaron says, hi to you. Welcome. Tyrell, I am cool. How about you? Bad play. He didn't need that fight. I mean, Larry. Oh, yeah. Larry did not need to do that fight. He was the one that was by himself going after 807, especially right after his teammates already got thirsted out. So it wasn't like he could get those revives. I can see an idea where you want to shoot just to see what you can get and then back away. Kind of a little bit of guerrilla warfare. But other than that, I agree with you, Tyrell. It really didn't make sense for that huge engagement to really put your life on the line for that. We're going to head over to Team 16. SX is moving over. We just saw them finish up. Well, didn't really finish up, but kind of put a battle on pause. There's Rat Pack Gaming. Drixie going for the shots with the red dot. Might have hit the car a few times, but it does seem like Rat Pack, nobody's hurt yet. Nobody is hurt at all from those shots. So might have been hitting the car, but not that much more. The red dot is hard to use in long range. You only get a little piece of the idea. And if you have a long range scope, it's a lot more accurate. I don't think I have to explain why, but that is certainly the case. Dashboard. Welcome to the stream, Miguel. Thank you for tuning in. I'm going to tech you tag along. I'm not sure what that means, but I appreciate you being here. Hey, I want to join. Says, I'm going to go with Heinrich. I can't really pronounce your name well. If you want to join in these events, you absolutely can in the future. Behind the wall. I know you hear that double. Let me turn that down. 2-time scope against Liddy. Liddy's car definitely got damaged, but Liddy gets away from that quickly and is hiding behind the rock here. We'll see if Liddy tries to grab that vehicle, maybe bring it over the hill so Liddy can use it. There's, oh my god, this is exposing yourself some more. I don't know why you're trying that move and not getting shot at the moment. Is that right? I don't hear any shot. Oh, there we go. I'm starting to hear shots, but not significant, as Golem was able to just pretty much a flash in front of Rat Pack Gaming. And we'll see if 807 is going to try to do some maybe long-range shots against them. See if they can get a knock in the process and maybe push forward after. That is something 807 is used to doing. They're definitely one of our most aggressive teams in this game. And a lot of times it is successful, especially if they're able to get a knock in the initial long range. It does seem like, ooh, he's getting shot now. Hated gets right down, so to use this building's hard defensive. There's Liddy trying to hit it with a bolt action. Will he get a hit here? Misses again, trying to use that Car 98. Liddy peeks a bit, backs away right before the shot. There's Liddy again. Taco gets hit. Good shot from Hated there, and you can tell Taco Cass is just going to completely back away and try to heal up before another shot went off. There's Binary. So, as you can tell, you might be able to see, if you're not used to PUBG Mobile, that some of them look like they're floating above the rock. That's kind of weird. It's kind of sus, right? As far as Among Us players may say. It isn't. It is normal. The reasoning, and it's a weird, like, glitch for the players, is that they are actually still behind the rock. You can just see them long range. I don't know if they can fix that. They should be able to, I'd say. Maybe the coding just needs to be worked on a bit. But that's kind of normal for longer range shots, especially while teams use hills in particular. I don't know if it's part of the desync thing. Desync is usually known, and let me just make sure I'm not missing other battles before I even go into that. But there is such thing as desync, where one player will see a player come out first before that player even comes out themselves, and it's kind of weird. I know that sounds counter-logical, but the fact remains is that sometimes you'll have a player see somebody first, even if they are both looking at each other throughout the entirety. If that kind of, I don't know if I'm explaining that right, but that is a thing, and it helps the player that is aggressive. Usually the first mover has advantage in those desync moments. Alright, back to KC, Kings of Chaos. Still 0 kills on the board. Renata seems to have taken some damage, but still has a lot. Team 16, it looks like one player just got taken down. That is Owies for SX. And Drixie with the scars moving down the hill possibly. Team 17 is close. Let's see where exactly comparatively. And he started with 2 players. There's shots fired across the way and they can hear it. And that is by SX, I think. As they're going to drive off now. There's Team 7 right in front. There's Laxers, so they might get, yeah, there's the shots off against Drixie especially. The truck is definitely taking a lot of heat, starting to be on fire. Needs to stop this car, and does. Blows it up so it doesn't blow up on him, too. And he's definitely below the hill, so no shots can really come about against SX here from the Laxers. There's SX Mart. BC seems to see, yep, sees him, shoots, but misses Mart right there. And Mart goes right back down to get behind the hill. BC has multiple fronts to worry about. There's Mart as he tries to get another hit, but misses that one. Definitely worried on multiple. But KC over here backed away after that bolt action shot. And there's players right there. Looking around. Mart is not in quite the scoping range for KC, but if Mart went around more to the right of their position, that would be evident for KC to see him. Here's OGM. Let's see if they can see him up there and get some shots off. Sukru does not have a bolt action, it appears. As you can tell, he probably would have had it out already. As that is a great gun to use in these, especially in Miramar. Team 10, what's going on with you guys? As 807, but team is 11, but team 10, there they are. Rat Pack gaining 3 of their players in this bus driving by. Actually, all 4 of them in this bus driving by. And they are all going to next zone. Where will they rotate into next zone? Team 2 is in front of them. Will they just try to hold the edge here? There's a flare drop on that right side, indicated by the yellow smoke. So Team 2 is right under them, and they can hear the buggy going by now. Well, they're going to try to stop here and possibly shoot against them. Yeah. It looks like Data blows up and gets killed, thanks to Charm as the last hit on that vehicle, it appears. Good stuff from Rat Pack Gaming. That is the only side that you need to worry about at the moment. Looks like a lot of OGM players, though, already went into town and away from this open space. So Mart and Drixie alive, but Mart is not really close to anybody there other than enemies. There's rings right there for Laxers. Has a car and driving slowly down the hill. Mart's just paying attention to that one car, but I think there's more players. Yeah, there's more Laxers players on top, and we'll see whether Frankie can see down toward Mart. Oh, Melly gets knocked. We'll see, will he be thirsted? No, hides behind the walls there. And I think Andre is going to try to get that revive. It shouldn't be a problem. And there you go. Inside the house is safe and sound. Mart is getting pushed by Rat Pack Gaming. A lot of players. Oh, that's a miss. Good hit there, but will Mart survive? No, gets taken down from both angles by 2 different teams. And it does seem like Team 7 will steal that kill. Rat Pack Gaming put a lot of hits on Mart for SX, but Laxer seems to have stolen it. I'm kind of surprised Mart wasn't able to get a quick knock there to start, but missed all the shots in the beginning. And that let Rat Pack Gaming to kind of completely focus on Mart without any damage whatsoever onto them to start. So that's always something you got to think about when you are by yourself trying to get, especially a squad that's full. If you are going, ooh, good shot, bolt action against Laxers. That was against Gorilla thanks to Rat Pack Gaming. And there you can see the knock player. Captain seems to be getting hit in the back and backs toward a more defensive 360 spot. Binary looking down at Rush. Looking down at Diego as well for NE. But might just be missing the idea of where they are. Can't really see them well enough, apparently. KC, Renata getting shot. And it looks like the 3x scope M4 working out pretty well. It's got an SK slur, I should say. SLR hitting Karamo and knocks that one down to Rings, getting good hits on both players and is backing toward his vehicle. We'll see if he shifts to his teammates, as does seem like the next zone will push him out. Shots fired towards 6 Rings, but he's able to back away as he goes down the hill with the vehicle. Rat Pack Gaming still here, needs to be thinking about going to next zone, but also has players to worry about, as Charm seems to be having multiple players in front. There's 807 for team slot 11. Same thing for 807. There's Liddy already heading to the right, I thought. But you can tell, look at this zone. It's completely shifting to the north. And all these teams that are in the south need to think about what to do next. There's 20 seconds roughly for the next zone to start changing, and this side, the zone's gonna be super fast because there's a lot of distance between them and the next one. So I hear a car already being turned on. Liddy just trying to get some extra shots against Rat Pack. There's Heated. Looks like Liddy's gonna make a run for it to the right here. I'm assuming, yeah, they got a vehicle, right? Yeah, they got a bus. I'm guessing they're gonna take that soon enough, but right now, they want to get more shots against Rat Pack. So the zone is shifting as we speak. Rat Pack still hasn't gotten into a vehicle. There they go. But they are going to be overrun by it, and that's going to start hurting quite a bit. 807, or NE I should say, already making their way through. Going down quickly, barreling into town where the zone is safe. I think they're going to take this building. Yep. And they blocked their door. But that's okay. They get out and they push it open now. They're actually really centered right now. And this is a really great spot to hold if they're trying to just hold the position. TB, we haven't seen any TB until right now. They got 0 kills on the board, so they've just been steering clear of battles. They have lost one, but they have Adam, Zoma, there we go, I think, Zyoma, and then Filozo as well. I don't know if I'm pronouncing any of your names right. I'm trying my best. If I didn't, to let me know. But they probably saw Laxers. Adam's looking toward the back. There are players back here as well. Wakanda's right there on the left. Blows up. Adam blows up that vehicle. That might have been Wakanda's. Bassist in that building as well. Renata is back here too. It may see Wakanda, but because Renata's by himself here, might not want to shoot. Just wants to stay alive. But there is a need to get into zone, and Renata needs to figure out how to do that. The zone will start shifting in 40 seconds, so it does have time, but needs to figure out a play soon. Zyoma has an M4 out. There's a smoke over there, and maybe Zyoma can get a good angle against this. 4G has multiple players at the wall now. They only have 2 players left, which is very uncommon for them. And it's also very uncommon for them to be on outside of zone this late in the game. I think it's because they've lost so many players. It's a bit troubling. Renata gets behind the green crate here, and that can be quite problematic for 4G, who don't really have defenses in that spot. Fortunate for them, it's only 1 player to worry about. So that might increase their odds a bit. Renata is going to get overrun by the blue now. That's also going to increase 4Gamers' chances of winning this. You can see the run in now. Yeah, it wasn't going to work out too well, especially with the blue zone forcing your hand a bit. OGM Spike with Sukru and Zayang still alive. A lot of players at the end of the zone time here. Zayang getting off some kills there, especially against Rat Pack Gaming. Titan is already knocked. Captain back there gets that revive. Zayang trying to get some more shots. Hits Captain once. Pretty significant hit. As the health is pretty low on both players. Titan does get back up to 75% now, though. OGM, I think they want to try to finish Rat Pack first. Grenade cuts to the left. Not cooked, though. And that... It's something you want to do. You want to make sure you cook your grenades. So Zayang didn't have time to move over. It's like a small fire just to prevent a push. But I don't know how much longer this could last for Rat Pack. They may want to try to take that wall and move around that. As this is going to be a difficult time to try to take over OGM. Velozo might see Laxers in front of him. Right now he's going to heal up. Taco Cass shooting across the way. OGM healing inside the building. Enemies outside of it, especially Rat Pack. Smokes thrown. It's always good to have a lot of smokes in hand for these types of scenarios. Or in case you don't have good defensive positioning, a smoke may really come in handy. Grenade. Base is going to try to throw one out. We'll see if that reaches. Will it make contact? It goes over but misses as it goes a little too far. Adam getting pushed, gets knocked down. The zone's overrunning and both players want to get out of it. They'd rather not go for the thirst, instead just minimal damage, as the blue zone's gonna hurt a ton. 4Gamers, as it looks like they're able to get a knock on Rings, who has done so well today. But not right now, as he's knocked down Frankie, leaving Frankie to be by himself here for the Laxers squad. For 4Gamers, they've been holding on as a duo for a while, and it seems to be working pretty well in their favor. Taco Cast by himself. This is a bit troubling. But right now, she seems to be doing fine. OGM, inside the building. They're probably the best chance of winning, as they're pretty centered to this blue zone. Is Laxers Frank? No, Frankie's back there for Laxers. Okay. So that's what kind of this looks like. We'll get an aerial view so we can get a better picture of what all this looks like. So there's Taco Cast. Oh, grenade thrown toward Taco, but misses. I don't know if OGM's going to take a push there because they have such a good defensive spot. They might just think of staying. Taco gets out and actually shoots at Zyoma, which I didn't even notice was there, to be quite honest. Taco's health is pretty minimal. Needs to make sure to... Taco, no! No, is not able to heal. And gets hit by the slow-moving blue zone. So we got 3 teams left. That's so unfortunate. But 3 teams left. 4 Gs here. OGM. And who the hell is the third? I don't even see a third. Am I missing somebody? OGM getting a knock on Wakanda. Basis dealing with the blue. Probably is going to die there. But where is the last player? I don't see a last... Oh, there. Laxers Frankie just healing back there. So, might be able to get second if Basis. Ooh, Frankie's cutting all the way around. There's the shots, and Frankie does get taken down by Basis. This is it. 4Gamers is out too. That will let OGM win it. So, as I said before, OGM had the best chance at that moment because they had a pretty center zone, and they had 3 players left. So they really got themselves in the right position with the right amount of people. It's a lot of noise, so let me lower that. Whew. Oh, that was so loud. Okay. So, OGM, significant damage against others. 3 for Spike and 2 for Zayang. Team total there of 5. 3 for Basis for 4Gamers, and then 1 apiece for Wakanda and Chucks, making a team total again of 5. So they're really neck and neck there. Laxers with a huge 9 for Rings, as I was saying before. Did an excellent job. 1 for Frankie and 1 for BC. Team total of 11, reaching double digits, which is pretty significant with the amount of players we had tonight. 807 with 3 for Binary. Team total there of 5 as well. TB with 0 kills. NE with 3 just from Diego, which is really difficult as a duo going into these squad events. Rat Pack Gaming with 2 for Charm. Team total 3. KC with 0. DS with 1, SX with 2, Legends with 0, and IM with 0 as well. IMS, I should say. So yeah, let's kind of dive into that. Thank you for the follow, Junior. Appreciate that, Junior Rops. But let's go into the studio and kind of talk about what we saw. Let me get my desktop audio back up because I want it up, that's all. All right. We changed a new song there, too. So what did we see? As I said before about OGM, they perfectly positioned themselves near center of that last zone before it shifted down to the next level, what it was going to be. And that kind of kept 4Gamers especially and Laxers out of it. 1 player for 4Gamers tried to move in. It was just a little too late. And I think they were kind of hoping that there was going to be a battle between other teams before that, and there kind of was. OGM was fighting against, I believe it was Taco Cast, 807 player. So during that time, it might have been a good idea for 4Gamers and also Laxus, who was way behind on that, to move forward to try to find a position in zone or maybe push that building where OGM was already holding out. But they didn't decide to do that. Instead, OGM could take their time on each team. They took down 807. The next, they took down a player from 4Gamers, and then they didn't have to do anything actually after that, as 4Gamers and the last remaining players, which were 4Gamers and Laxers, each having 1 player, pretty much battled. 4Gamers did win that battle, but they lost the war as they got 2nd place instead of 1st. So anyway, regardless of that, there was a lot of good stuff from other teams. Third place, I can't remember exactly the team off the top of my head for some reason, but Rings, I can't remember your squad right now, but he did a significant job. He got 9 kills, and we saw a lot of those kills from him. So super accurate with the shots, getting some long range one through the process. So unfortunate to see him die near, I think when there was maybe 5 to 6 teams left, maybe even more than that, leaving Frankie by himself there. So it was, I think it was Laxers, right? I could be wrong, but yeah, it was unfortunate to see him die there, and it was against 4Gamers. As I said, 4Gamers really a tough team to beat, and OGM did a great job putting them down, and at least one of their players, and to force them to second place. But we'll see who goes forward after this. I mean, 5 kills for OGM. It's not that much, but when you're dealing with what we had, I think it was like 42 players to start. So just double that for your normal games, and it's not too shabby. Then you're obviously running with what did I say, 5? Then you're dealing with 10, roughly 10 kills. If that kind of makes sense, if you put it to relative terms there. So, but it was really significant to see a team with double-digit kills. I think it was Laxers with 11. So if they possibly can come back, they're right next to 4Gamers, who got second place. They're right next to them, and they're just going to be a little bit behind first place OGM right now. So it's really going to be neck and neck still. I don't think any team really has clinched it. Obviously, no team has clinched it, but I don't think any team is really outside of the realm here. Even though there's some teams that came in last, they could make a big comeback if they just put their nose to the grind there. It is possible. I always say this because with limited amount of players, rank becomes a little bit more of a focal point. If you can't get that many kills, you try to get the rank points instead. So if teams that didn't do so well get really good rank and possibly kind of add some kills along the way, that could lead to a victory. That could really lead to a victory. We have seen teams do that before, and it has been a really good story to tell. And maybe we'll see it here. I'm not sure, but it could be good. Tyrell, let's see what you got. Or let me see back here. I might have missed some things. Bad play. He didn't need to fight that. Oh, we were talking about Larry. Yep, that's definitely the case. I did mention that during the game too, but I'll kind of go over that too. This is definitely a good point to talk about. Rosa, thank you for joining in. Says hi. I'm Rana. Rana, welcome. Renata, right? Renata. You want me to call you Rana? I'll try my best to do that if you want me to, but I might just call you by your full name in the game. The Killer Gaming says go NE. 2v4 scenario with them. They were only a duo. Hopefully they'll have more players going forward in the matches here. Let me check also. Oh, let me just go through this. Shake my head. It's spectator mode. Yes, we have spectator mode, as we want to see how everyone does. Rose says go NE again. A lot of love from Rosa for NE. Tyrell, that's why they're floating. Yeah, that's why we're floating. It's just spectate mode going around. If anyone was wondering, yeah, that's just like a thing in private rooms. I don't know if you guys have, I'm sure most of you have, but maybe there's some who haven't. A private room is like you have your own code. We can actually show it to you right here. It's pretty simple. You hit select mode on the bottom left. That leads you to this, which you guys probably know, everyone knows. And then you see on the bottom left, under training, you see one that says room with a house icon. You just hit that, and that lets you go into these ones that are public. You can go, or they're locked, but some of them are public, like this solo one, you can go in without any issue. But if you have the password for some of these other ones, you can also click on them. If you don't have, rather than just kind of hoping that your room is here, you go to room ID and you click that, and you get inside that way, which I'm going to do right now. It requires, for our room, it will require an ID and a password. So I will probably, I'll put in the ID now, but I'm going to change the scene to put in the password. So you guys, so it's not randomly anybody can get in. Are flares allowed? Yes, flares are allowed. Alright, there we go. So the room is open. It'll start at 8:46, which is roughly in 4 minutes. I always suggest you get in as soon as possible so you don't miss it, just in case of that happening. And also in case you get kicked, so that way you'll have time to get back into the room without issue. So let me change this scene here so you guys can see where you guys don't see the password. Not that I don't trust you or anything, but I do want to make sure it is just the teams that have registered. If you guys want to compete in this, you absolutely can. Like, there's no requirement other than to have a squad to compete in our events. All you gotta do is go to our Discord and sign up your squad for a chance to win our cash prize pools that are, I believe, pretty significant. We're probably one of the highest Scrim prize pools per week compared to anybody else, as far as I know. I know there's a lot of, and let me bring you guys back over. These are the teams, by the way. If you guys are rooting for one, definitely let me know about that too. Let me bring you back to the studio. Alright, so there are a few scrims that do it, and possibly do also prize pools that are cash, but we definitely do more than I think everybody else on a consistent basis. We also have a series scrims events that have monthly prize pools. So we do a little bit of both. We try to add as much to your favors as much as possible. We have a lot of the community that seems to enjoy it, which is an obvious reason that we do it. And I like to see good content, so it's a win-win for me. But yeah, if you guys have any thoughts about this event, you can definitely go to our Discord to learn more about it. We have info pages and what it all entails and how to sign up. And also, obviously, we're a part of the Discord, so you can also message us directly or message us in channel to say, hey, how do I do this or how do I do that? We're here to help. All right, what am I thinking? I need a drink. I just got tea and I didn't say thank you for it. Thank you! Oh, it's really hot, actually. Ultra spicy. Not spicy, like literally hot. Let me see here. What happened to C4? I haven't seen C4. Hopefully they'll make it into this match. Maybe they died early in last? No, I haven't seen them at all. Not sure what happened to them. Hopefully they'll be in going forward. Hello. Good luck, everyone, says Rose Killa. Welcome, Rose. Welcome back to the show. Tyrell, kills and placement. Yep, that's how it works. So the combination is obviously, as you said, for points, is kills and placement, meaning that the more kills you get 1 point. So if you get, like, let's say 10 kills in a game, you get 10 points right off the bat. There's 3 matches, so you got to do well in all 3. Well, you should do well in all 3 in order to try to get first place, or at least combine all those points. Rank points works a little differently. It's not just one per rank. If you get first place, you get 30 points. If you get second place, you get 22 points. Third place, I believe it's 18 points, so on and so forth down the line. If you reach below 15th place, so 15th, 16th, 17th, 18th, 19th, so on. I think it's actually 16th, 17th, 18th, and so on and so forth. Then you get 0 points for rank. So it is really important to get both. This is 1, a survival game, and 2, it's a shooter game as well. So you want to make sure you get both kills and placement in this event. Thank you for the follow, by the way. That is by Chica Alihogo. I think I pronounced that correctly. Thank you for that follow. All right. Here we go. Here we go. So this is match number 2. As you can tell already, it is Erangel, the most common map in eSports PUBG. Excuse me. So yeah, it's a good one. We got more players this time around. Good. I'm not sure what happened to them in the first round, but it should give us better content, as I always like it. If you guys do enjoy, make sure to leave a follow, subscribe, where I am on Twitch and YouTube. So if you're on either one, obviously, we appreciate it. If you're on YouTube, make sure to leave a like. If you leave 10 likes, I'll do a very cringy dab for you guys. It does hurt a piece of my soul, and I kind of slowly wither away. But if you guys want to do it because you want to see that, you want to see me literally harm my soul, then go for it. by all means, I want you to do it. In a weird way, I guess that it's kind of masochist, but that's okay. It's okay. Right down the middle. This is going to be good to get to a lot of different places. I like these type of plane lines because now teams can go to places that they feel most comfortable rather than say, oh, it's too far. Let's change up our strategy. Now, this should be helpful for everybody. So I like it. And we'll see what happens with all the players. Will we see a bunch of teams land in one spot? In which case, we'll probably go there first to see that battle. Or will people be able to separate? Because we do have 52 people alive compared to the max of what could be 100 people. So we'll kind of go through along, and that's my job, is to kind of focus on the battle. So let's see what we got. We got two teams dropping in really fast down to Severny. Seems like they're already landing, so they went pretty straight down here. And there you go. We got TB and team 19 for Legends. So I wouldn't... Usually this is what happens when you land to Severny, is that you're going to have teams either this section, right before church and over to the left. All across the street is one area for a team, and that's exactly what TB did. And then that's a third place. So if there was a third team, they probably, if they saw those other two teams land there, they probably would have landed here. It's one of the weaker sides to this because there's not as much loot. But it is a spot that people take because it's away from this. And Legends, I do like the Legend spot the most. It is a bigger area and possibly the better loot. But it does put you in a position where you're in between teams if there's three teams that have taken the area. So if that kind of makes sense, we'll see what happens. But right now, Legends is in a little bit of a better, I believe, a better spot. TB could try to rotate to the left there to try to grab that other space that I was talking about so they can get more loot. The church is also a spot that has some good loot, especially on the picnic tables. They surprisingly have some good guns. Let's head over to Team 18 as it seems like there's a possible chase. Oh, got ran over. Gorilla is out. It looks like KC, Kings of Chaos, comes in with a kill with vehicular manslaughter. Good work from them. Team 2, let's take a look at what's going on over here as OGM is looting up the compound right outside of Roshawk. There is a player for Team 17 that might be looking down. There's Rush. So they do have more players. Good for them. Last time it was just Diego and Rush. Now they got Rana and Slayer. So there was Rana. Welcome. I know you were on stream, so you weren't Renata. I got you. I got you now. Let's see. Because I know Renata is playing as well on a different squad. So there seems to be separation on a lot of other fronts. We got SX in the middle of zone. You got Primorsk who's taken by 4G. They already grabbed their vehicles, which is a big part of Primorsk. It's hard to find vehicles sometimes. So it looks like Aim God and Chucks was able to grab them for the rest of the squad. Rat Pack Gaming has taken Ferry Pier. Not a lot of loot per se there, but might be a good initial spot. Maybe they'll move to another position to get some better loot going forward. Novo is already taken by IMS, which has probably the best loot in the game. And so they shouldn't have a problem when they're done with Novo. They should have everything they really want. So most of the time, flare drops are there too, or flare guns are there to utilize. 807 seems to be looting military base area, as you can see here with Liddy, Taco Cast, Golem, and Binary. Same team as match number 1 that they've had, so no added players, subs, or replacements. We're going to head over to OGM again. They got School. They got Sukru, Zayang, Spike, and Data. School itself has a player, just one player though, is Rana. It's got to be a little careful though, because Team 2 can easily rotate next to School, and if they rotate together, Rana's going to be in a really precarious position with a 1v4 scenario. You do not want to put yourself in that spot, and that's kind of the weakness of landing to separate areas in your squad to do initial looting processes. Now it makes sense in a lot of cases, it works out, but it could be a big risky play. As you can see, there's all of NE. They're really separated off this, and maybe they can get better angles against OGM, but I don't know if they even know that OGM is in the School apartments at this moment, so not even to pay attention to them at this moment could be a bit of a problem going forward. But we'll put a bookmark into that, and we'll get back to them if we see a battle initiate. Other than that, though, Delta Stars is here at North George. It is one of the bigger areas. A lot of buildings to loot up. It does take a while to get through all these buildings as if you're one team. But the thing is, since it's so big, a lot of teams like to go to it, and that's what we have here. We got 2. Laxers is here as well, and they're looting up a different 3-story building. I don't know if you guys like these buildings to loot. Let me know if you do. They're kind of hard because they are so spaced out. It takes a while to get to each position compared to like buildings like this where loot is really close to each other and you can go quickly through and grab everything you want from it and then move on. But I guess it's just based on how much time you have. Sometimes in North Georgia you can run out, as the zone will be shifting away from them too here. They might not have time to do all the stuff they need to do and then move on because there's not a car. Usually there's not a car in North George. You have to actually go a little bit outside of it. And both teams might be trying to find the same car, which could be problematic. Alright, let's see. Team 17 Rana is actually leaving the school and is on foot, possibly to get to Slayer. And there we go. Slayer has a vehicle too, so he's gonna get picked up, or she's gonna get picked up. And there you go. I don't think Team 2 is going to get any good shots here unless they go straight to school apartments, which would be a mistake by the 2 of them. They do have another player that is driving close to them. Right now, OGM's not shooting across. They might not even notice them yet. And where will they head to? Oh, they got one player that they're going to pick up. Rush got out of his vehicle over here on the school. So he's just kind of peeking around, seeing if he can find them. They are at school apartments. I don't know if Rush can see him well enough. But right now he's just holding this spot. Going forward, he will need to move. And hopefully they'll regroup with the rest of the team. So we still have 51 players. I think we started with 52. So we only lost 1 player so far. And I think we saw it. At least we saw the remnants of it. But here, Laxers. Rings, so far, is the MVP candidate. He's got 9 kills in match number 1, which no one even came close to. I think the next top one was 3. So really an impressive outing for Rings. They were getting 3rd place. They had the most kills for the squad. So that kind of put them a little bit higher up, closer. I wonder if you get that. Do you get an extra Mountain Dew here and put it toward your event? I wonder. Or is it just that you're going to get whatever loot comes out rather than the Mountain Dew itself? I don't know. I didn't know they had them in these matches. Closed customs. Adam, Zyoma, and Filozo. I'm not sure I'm pronouncing that right. Yeah, Filozo. Filozo. Yep. There's 2 Filozos, actually. One with a space and one with a dash. And they are rotating to get more center zone, it appears. See Team 16's in Gatka. At least one of them was. There we go. 2 of them are in Gatka. Team 18. Definitely sniping distance between the 2 teams. Kurama. God, it's so hard for me to say, apparently. Kurama. SX just gets away from that one. Team 20 seems to be closing in the gap as we look over. Shots fired onto the car. Filozo trying to get away. Seems to be successful. The car is certainly taking hits every now and then. There's one shot on Filozo. But the farther he goes, the harder it will be to hit. And the fact that it was so good to go from the beginning is pretty good now. Now, TB has, oh my god, that is a flipping cartwheel for the car. I don't think that's what the KRT part of cartwheel is intended to be. That was my attempt of a joke. I don't think it went well. I'm going to try every now and then to tell good jokes. I'm terrible, though. Pretty bad. It looks like a Molly throw against Rush. Rush did get revived just moments ago. Grenade! Oh my god, how are you still alive? Look at where it landed. Look where he is. Rush somehow, some way survives that. And we'll see how much longer this could work. And another grenade. That definitely didn't in. And Rush needs to get revived. Oh, Diego gets shot in the back and NE is out. And he's out thanks to C4, Fool, and Ramad. They do come in second round. Data getting shot at now. Lost a bit of health. It looks like they threw a smoke for themselves. They have a car here. They have multiple cars here, but all of them are smoking up. We'll see if they try to use any of them to get out. They also want to loot those boxes, but it doesn't seem like that's going to be a viable option anymore. Data and Zayang continue to move away. Take a look from Fool's perspective. Fool's in the vehicle. Ramat is getting into the vehicle. Will they push with the car? Would love to see that happen. And it looks like they are attempting this. They're shooting up at the smoke, but they're not there. They actually backed away from that, and I guess they didn't notice that. Right now they're passing through here, seeing if there's going to be anybody, but it is all clear. It is all clear. They are farther back. Now they're going over to them. Yes, they see him now. Ramat shooting over. And it looks like they're actually getting shot pretty bad too. Ramat taking a lot of damage and gets knocked out of the vehicle. Yes, he did. Zayang getting a good shot. Ramat, Fool wanted to throw a smoke for him, but no. Zayang's not going to allow that to happen, and Thirsts quickly making sure that Fool will not have a teammate going forward. Trying to hit across the way, but Fool takes some damage. And we'll see if he tries to heal first. Yes, he will. So there are still shots up toward Fool, but Fool's just going to drive off. There's no reason for him to stick around because his teammates already thirsted out. I don't know why I can't spin. Why can't I? There we go. That was weird. I don't know why. But sometimes the spectate mode, I can't, like, move around, like, cleanly. It's been going on since the new update. I don't know why that is, but I don't know. It's just what it is, I guess. I suppose. It looks like we have Gringo here for AF. Shots on him right as we see him, and luckily he's going to be hiding behind some hill here for harder coverage. 4G Siraj Pro Gamer. 4Gamers got this, says Yuzu Ghost. 4Gamers, solid squad. Solid squad. They've won our events multiple times in both the Naked Pro Scrims and in the Naked Riot. So definitely a team to reckon with. They are currently at second place. Pretty close to Laxers and OGM at the current moment. So we'll see what they do here. You doing a custom match? Yes, we're doing customs. I have a team, but I took a break because of school. Okay. Yeah, I mean, I think that's a good idea. You should always put school and you should always put work ahead of this, especially if you're not a pro. Even if you're pushing to become a pro, you definitely want to put time into it, but don't put school ahead of it for sure. That is definitely more important. Cannot stress that enough. It does seem like Team 21 is backing together. Let's see where they go exactly. You can't tell. Ooh, what's this? Looks like possible battle with Fool as he's by himself. We saw Ramat get taken down. He does see OGM. So Fool was on top of the hill. It looks like he rotated all the way around. Might be able to hit OGM, especially Data, who's out there, and I think he can see him pretty well. This is really bad for Data right now. Hits easy there. Goes for the thirst because that's what happened to Ramat, his teammate. And it looks like Fool's backing away quickly. Getting hit a bit, though. Gets behind the rock. Probably will start to heal with the first aid. Yes, he will. Zayang is by himself now, too. And obviously, I mean, if he had a team, they probably would have already pushed as the fallen teammate was going down. But with Zayang being by himself, kind of makes things a little bit more even. And also, I don't know if Zayang knows that C4 only has one player left. And it looks like there were shots against him right now. He's going to use the hill again. So this 1v1 scenario is kind of back and forth. We saw C4 Ramat get taken down by OGM. And then we just saw an OGM player get taken down as well. OGM, as we said, got first place in the last match, which is huge. And we'll see what they can do now that there's still 12 teams left. So both teams need to be careful not to get taken down at this stage, as both teams were by themselves. Back to IMS, I should say, in full 6. They got all 4 of their players still. No kills on the board, but maybe they'll get some more along the way. 807, same thing. 0 kills, but all 4 alive. And they're looking in at IMS thinking, maybe we can get some kills here. Taco Cast took a hit. Looks like Liddy shot back, and JE took a hit for sure. You can see his health went down quick after those suppressed shots from Liddy. 807 looks like they are rotating with 2 of their players by gas station. And because their teammates are already shooting at this spot, they're looking directly at IMS. So 2 different angles could work out, especially if they get a knock early with these angles. Shots fired on the left, and Binary take a big hit and knocked down thanks to Rat Pack Gaming. Will Binary get thirsted? Surprisingly, not yet. But you can see the shots flying around, and he's just going to try to hope that this pillar gives him enough protection. Doesn't seem to be working. There's really no good spot in Binary. He's just trying to hope and praying that we'll survive. It doesn't seem like it. Come on, Binary! Make it! No! Golem was right there. Golem needed to throw a smoke. He got here a little late. I don't even know if he threw smoke right when he got to this crate. Would have came to be. Doesn't seem like it would have anyway, but it was a close one. Almost got away with getting revived. Rat Pack Gaming still up there. I think they're going to hold that spot. I don't see them pushing anytime soon. Maybe they will, but they're not really a team known for that. Usually they like to hold their spots, get the long range hits, be successful that way. I know this scene is... Wait a minute. You think I knew to Scrims, says Tyrell. I know how this scene is. That's apartments. Team 2 is apartments. Landed it. Gotcha. Landed in it. So yeah, there was a few teams at school or 1 team at school apartments and 1 team at school. Let's see DS here. Sally. It looks like AF is healing up in that corner of the building. I like this spot where DS is. Good hill. Good little crevices in between. Obviously a lot of trees for protection as well. So definitely a good defensive spot. If you don't need any more loot, it might be a great spot to be. There's Gringo. We'll see if Sally's trying to get those hits, but apparently missing the target there. And I thought Gringo was pretty exposed on that, but I guess Sally was... Maybe Sally didn't see, or maybe we just had a better view of spectate mode or something else. They're rotated around to the right. Let's take a look from AF's perspective. A DP. I really do like the idea of having a DP for your long range. It's got a 4x scope. I think a 4x is perfect for a DP. Some people like to put a 6 on it and make that full. I have a hard time with that recoil, but 4x seems to be just the right amount. So you can kind of make a DP a sniping weapon, and you can still spam it. You can still spray with it and be pretty accurate. There's Sally right there. Ooh, almost getting knocked, but Yaddle, I think Yaddle is how you pronounce that. Yaddy 1 is going to heal back up to 75% with the first aid kit. And it's got boosters running through his veins to make it a little bit better on his health going forward. Only a few teams in zone. There's a lot outside. Ziyang just getting in from the blue zone at this very moment. And he was the last one in from the blue zone currently. Let's see what's going on with DS. They're going to have to rotate as their position will no longer be viable, as the blue zone will take over. So they're going all the way around. They know where the enemy is on their left because they were just fighting them. So now they're going to go to probably a place that's closer to coast. I think maybe Ferry Pier. There's also a car that's really close to Sally, and Sally, I think, is getting shot at and bumps the car as well. Sally's still continuing to take hits as the car tire comes off. There's the enemy. One jumps out. No, they stopped, but they kept going. Sally gets knocked. Sally was trying to shoot against them. What's going on? Let's see. Oh, go over there. Yeah. So Gringo's right here. TB was the one in the vehicle. They just got out. And here's a grenade cooking for Gringo. Throws it up to the roof, or maybe the second floor. Gets the knock on Filozo. And throwing another one. Same place, hoping to make it work again, but no. Filozo will pick up Filozo. There's 2 of them, one with a dash and one with no space. It's really weird, but they... So one Filozo player is trying to get that revive. And the other Filozo player gets healed up. Shots fired. AK works his magic. And there's a knock and a thirst. That's exactly what you needed there to make sure your teammate 1 can heal up. And obviously for your own survival. There's Liddy right there. And yes, sees Liddy now. Tries it in with a bolt action, but Filozo was too late to get that hit. And Floza wants him to revive him behind the stairs because he knows where the enemies are on that left side. Grenade. Not to the second floor, though. It is a smoke instead. So Yadel here. Or Yadi 1. I'm not sure which one to go with there. Oh, there's Taco Cast. Cuts around. I don't know if they realize that there is one player here just waiting. Grenade. Ooh, that could be a great grenade. That could be an excellent one. Liddy's right there. Oh, that was super close. Unfortunate for Yadi, was not able to throw it to the second floor because of the person that was right there at the moment. Good peek and shoot. Liddy is down. Huge move there. And he's going to make a push. A 3v1 push. Got a lot of damage off. He's got to be careful not to stick around. He's trying to stick around. And that was just a big mistake. I don't know why he tried to continue that battle. He already had a knock. He knew it. He could have backed off, healed. And I don't think 807 would have pushed. Again, right off the bat, they wanted to get that revive first. So, a little bit of mistakes. But it's hard because when you're by yourself, you're trying to do everything. And you're kind of hoping your gunplay will do all the work for you. TB regroups. We saw 2 of them here before. Now all 4 of them back together. 807 is able to heal their player. And they still got 3 players running. What do we got? Team 23. IMS. Safe and sound. All 4 players. No kills. But again, all 4 alive. 1 kill for SX. And it looks like they're throwing a smoke over there, maybe so he can loot the boxes. I'm assuming there is boxes over here. Yep, there's definitely loot on the ground and boxes around. And Drixie's going to pick up whatever he can get. Looks like Team 60, yeah, looks like Owie's trying to use the mini, shooting against 4G. There's Siraj on the right, behind the rocks. He's just shooting at the car right now, making sure they can't use that going forward. It is smoking up. Makes it difficult for 4G to use that going forward because they don't want to blow up. But they do have another car. They have 2 cars, actually, and that should be enough to go forward with this game, especially with the zone closing this small now. You generally want to use cars at the end for protection, especially in open spaces. But if it ends in a town, they're just going to use the cars to go to town, and that's it. Wakanda moves forward a little bit. Right along the coast. Not a bad position at all. But again, I'm not used to seeing 4G not taking a center part of zone. And right now, both games so far, they've been taking edges. In the last game, that kind of prevented them from getting first. It might have helped them get to second. Don't get me wrong. But playing the edges of zone, you really have the factor of the blue zone that could hurt you as you try to push forward against a team that's already taken middle. Kurama gets knocked for Kings of Chaos. And that'll be a win for Laxers. Again, rings have been pretty excellent. Let's see from his point of view what everything else looks like. Renata's right there, sees him, shoots, misses a lot of the shots. And it looks like their teammate was there to pick up the pieces. Beastie's knocked right after those shots. So a little bit of a trade here. But Leia got knocked right in the back. It looks like a third party is hurting their chances. But Jay's right here. He's got a grenade, throws it over. Maybe he could have hit Frankie. That's possible. No, misses, but close. Laxers have multiple players up. BC's back to 75%. Leia's got to be careful not to get hit on that left side, as he still needs to heal. So Leia's got a lot of good protective areas here. This is what's new in the game. A lot of these sandbags and trenches have been added. Jay does get knocked. I just realized that for KC. Renata's knocked on that far side, so that's just pretty much leaving Zalea left. So I think 807 just made some noise, so that should be an indicator for Laxers to look over here. Next zone, 807's already in it. Zalea's got a grenade cooked. Got back to Uzi, making a push by himself. Zalea by himself, the only player left on the squad. Got multiple players in front on the enemy side. Just gotta be careful not to overrun what you can do. But if Zalea can take out 3, hey, that would be cool to see. It's always tough though. And it looks like Zalea's thinking, let me just back away just a tad. Taco, Cass, and Liddy. Taco getting knocked down by Owies for SX. Liddy's right there. Should be able to get the heal unless Taco gets thirsted. You can see here a lot of smokes from Liddy. I'm surprised Taco's not coming down yet. Maybe it doesn't have an option to do that. It stays up top. Zayko for SX. Looking over, trying to see if there's any enemies coming by. So far, not so far. 4 gamers. Aim God stops here. Puts in a med kit. Wait, oh, there's 3 of them. I'm like, where's... I see on the minimap there's multiple 4 gamers, but I only saw Aim God. They got 0 kills as well right now, which is very odd for them here too. Rat Pack Gaming. Andre throws a grenade down. Cooking it. That could be great to get over the wall if you can. Throws it. It is bouncing here. That should be it. Yes, that's both Charm and Hated. Both knocked down, and another one cutting around. That's going to be too far. But that is going to be huge against Rat Pack Gaming, as now they have 2 players on the opposite side. The only 2 they have to worry about. But you can see there, one's getting revived right now. Rat Pack should make a push here because they also want to go for their revive on their player. So I'm kind of surprised that together they're not pushing this so they can get over to the rest of their team, get this finished up. But right now they're still holding. This is, I don't know, I wouldn't do that. Gotta push. I think that's a risk worth taking. You got 2 things going for you if you win that. 1, to get the other team out of there, but then 2, to revive fallen teammates. Zayko healing up. Blue zone overrunning. Oh, close to overrunning IMS, but still good to go. Grenades thrown, not far enough. DP for Zayko, as I said, I really do like it for long range. This could be a good distance for it as well. Andre's continuing to throw smokes for himself, I think. Rat Pack continuing to hold their position. OGM, 4 kills on the board by himself, though. This is a bit hard to deal with. They got 7 teams left, so if they get taken down here, that could be pretty significant, since they did win the first match overall. They want to keep their rank at least. That should be a bare minimum. But it's going to be tough, especially with all these 4 gamers. 4 of them still left. And it does seem like they have their eyes on Zayang. You can see Siraj is focused in on that tree. So will they push that, or will they just try to push? Yeah, it looks like all their players just try to push into next zone. 1 of them, or 2 of them did. Uh, 807 has 2 players, both already in zone. They barely moved because the zone has been nice to them so far. Heading over to team 16, SX. They're on the base of this. This is going to be really problematic against any team that's on top of the hill. But all these other teams are kind of focused on each other. That no one's actually focused on SX at the moment. And as far as I can tell, but maybe I'm wrong. Let me take a look here. IMS continue to rotate in. Yep, I was wrong. It looks like SX is shooting against IMS. Jay is knocked for IMS. Larry Boy is almost out. Luckily survives. And Larry gets taken down by 807, who is already here. Casper stops here, but needs to continue to move in, I think. No? Yes? Yes, that is a good spot, actually. And that is... Oh, IMS lost a ton of people. And Larry's out as well. That just leaves Casper to fend for himself. Ooh, OGM is out of the game, which is huge. As they will get roughly, I think, 5th place after a great first game. Golem is right here, needing a pickup. Wakanda also needs to get picked up on that far side. SX Mart healing himself up. Zayko just got revived. And it looks like Owies was able to get Wakanda for 4G. And Zayko gets taken down by Siraj on that right side. What do we got? 4 teams left, 9 people alive. Casper's by himself for IMS. He's going to have a little bit of trouble because 807's the team that's in front of him. And they're barely on the edge of zone 2, so it's going to be hard for Casper. Oh, grenade! Grenade for 4G as they're able to get Owies and Zayko at the same time. Both of them just knocked on all fours. And Mart is just there saying, oh my god, how the hell did that happen? 4G definitely throwing down the grenades, barraging SX with them. And Mart is hoping and praying that this position will be good enough. So far, it's holding well, as he's already in next zone. Probably won't start moving, especially now that 4G is fighting against 807. And Casper from the back hits 807 to finish them up. Casper is in trouble, though. The blue zone overrunning, and Casper just wants to continue to put on first aids. Chucks on the left side. Aim got on the left, on the right. Oh, bad position. Casper's out, actually, from the play zone, so won't be able to give a kill for 4G there. But there are at least 2 teams left. I should more like say 1 team and 1 player. Smart gets hammered there and doesn't seem good. He's out of the game. 4Gamers wins match number 2. Huge move from them. As I said, I've been saying a lot. 4Gamers, a typically good team, and they showed it off right here, right now. They got a good position when that zone got pretty small, utilizing the trench that is new to the game. And they took down 807. They took down SX here. They also took down IMS, the last 3 other teams, to make sure that they clinched it for themselves. Actually, I think it was SX that actually took down... No, wait, who was it? No, it was IMS that actually put the last bullet into 807. But overall, 4G did a lot of stuff. 3 for Wakanda, 2 apiece for kills from AimGod and Chucks. Team total 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That is significant there. Good luck for the rest of the games. SX coming in with 3 for Owies and 1 for Drixie. A team total of 4. And then IMS with 2 kills for Casper, and that's their team total as well. So not a lot of kills from the top 3, but rank is going to be huge here. 807 for 4 kills for Liddy. Team total of 8. Well done from them. They were definitely in the heat of the battles. Pretty much definitely at the end and for a long period of time. They were definitely in the heat of it. Rat Pack Gaming with 1 kill for Charm. OGM, who won the first match and seemed to have the best chance of winning from there. 2 for Zayang and a team total of 4. So not quite out of it with 6th place, but they've kind of put themselves down a peg or 2. DS coming in with 3, 4, 5, 6 kills. Nice job, Delta Stars. KC with 4 just from Zalay. Good congrats to you, and 5 total kills. Laxers with 3. They came in 3rd last time with a lot of kills. This time not so well, so they're going to have to try to do something else going into the last one. TB coming in with 3 kills. AF coming in with 0. C4 with 2. Legends with 0. And NE coming in with 2 from Rush. Oh, excuse me. Let's see what we got. Tyrell saying Team 11 needs kills now. And Planet Leaks TV says go 807. 807, I have them winning. I think they're a really good squad. There's nothing more I can say about that. I mean, they played so many events. You guys probably know them. Really good people too. So overall, keep an eye on them for sure. I have them winning for this one, but we'll see if that's going to be the case or not. Appreciate everyone who's here. There's a ton of people, and if you are here, just say hello. I love that. And if you are playing and watching, absolutely love that. But if you write things in the chat and might make the algorithm a little bit better, maybe more teams or more players or more people will see your team compete, may help your chances of becoming a better, more popular squad, and maybe all the good stuff that comes from that. So if you do want to help yourselves, we can write more in the chat. I'm just saying that. Also, leave a like on YouTube if you do enjoy watching. I think I have Twitch up as well. I haven't seen any views from Twitch, so maybe my Twitch isn't working. That's possible. But it does seem like YouTube is working, so I'm just going to stick with that right now. I'm not sure why the Twitch isn't working, but hey, it is what it is. If you're watching from Omelet, thank you for joining in. Miguel, welcome. And Lazy Charm, welcome. I know you're playing too. Good luck to your squad going forward. And let me see if the next... It looks like it is. Yeah, so the next room is open. It's going to start at 9:30, which is roughly in 8 minutes. But by the time you're hearing this, it's going to be roughly like 3 minutes. So make sure you're in the room right now, okay? You don't want to miss it. You don't want to get skipped out, especially if you're already signed up to compete. Well, you have to be signed up to compete. That's the thing I'll mention in just a sec, but let me get myself in the room first. All right. Get myself in the room. Let me put in a password, but before I do that, I'm going to show you guys a team list and let me know who you want to see win. Okay? Appreciate it. There's a lot of good teams. Again, I have Team 11, 807, and they were saying that they need kills. They got a lot of kills. They did pretty well there. As far as kills is concerned, kind of wish they got a higher rank. They got 4th place. But that's the risk you take when you try to get a lot of kills. You kind of put yourself in the line of fire, obviously, and that could be a problem if you try to get, obviously, some wins under your belt. But it is something you need to do, especially if you didn't do well in the first match. I'm not sure how well 807 did in the first match, so they may have tried to get more kills. Let me bring you guys to the studio instead. Let's do that. So this is how I kind of do my thing, because I think whenever, especially if you're a new team, you're always thinking like, and even veteran teams too. I guess this is not just for new teams, but you're often thinking, what's the best way to play? Conservative, aggressive? When should I do either one, right? And I feel like there's a lot of situational times where you want to be aggressive, and there's going to be times where you want to be conservative. If you're a team that won or got a lot of kills, you're like top 3, and you're really like showing like, you know, you're top 3. Let's just say you're top 3. You got top 3 rank, or at least from a whole points perspective, you're top 3. Then your next match, if there's 3 matches, let's say, your next match should be pretty conservative. I would say you want to stay away from hot drops. You want to at least loot up, you know, in some fashion. It could take a while, which is fine because you're not hot dropping. But I think you want to stay clear of the battles until it is necessary, and only, you know, push when you see it's really advantageous, right? Like you see a few people knocked in front of you, or you caused a few knocks from long range, and you want to push because you feel real comfortable you're going to finish them off pretty easily. Then yeah, obviously do that. But like, it wouldn't be my prerogative if I got 1st, 2nd, or 3rd place as far as rank or total points is concerned in the first match. I wouldn't be like, all right, now I'm hot dropping to Pachinki or hot dropping to Novo for the 2nd match, or boot camp for Sandhawk or something like that. I wouldn't make that a prerogative, because you're really adding on risk when you're already ahead, right? If you're it's like poker, right? You have the most chips, right? Let's say you have the most chips under yourself, and you're facing up against people that obviously have less chips. You don't want to overplay every hand, because you're already winning, right? Play it slow. The people who had less chips are going to try to be more risky, try to get out of their bottom, you know, try to get out of that by playing bigger as if they have a good hand, and try to bluff more often. If you're the one with most chips, you know, you play it safer. You're solid. You know, if you start losing, then you're going to be lower in chips, but then you start playing aggressive there. I don't know. That's just my opinion. Could be wrong, but that's the way I see a lot of teams do it, especially the more successful ones. It's about risk management. There's some teams that just play the same way they play every time because they don't want to change anything. And that's a good idea too. You know, if you're a team that can't really like adapt to certain situations, so you just do the same thing because you feel very comfortable doing it, fine, go for that. But I'm saying if you want to practice in a way where you're overall good in everything, but you just want to go by what the, you know, what the odds are, then that's one thing to consider. It's the same thing if you're like, if you did really bad in the first few matches, in the first match, let's say, then your second match should be a very aggressive one. You want to get kills and rank so you can get your points back up to where you want them to be. And if you can't, then like if you just play conservative on that second match, you might get rank points. Good for you though, but you're not going to get the kill points. You're not making up ground where you possibly can get first place. So take it or leave it. My thoughts, but if it's like, if it was like a series like our Naked Riot where you play like 12 matches throughout like the month, or maybe like ESL where it's like a tournament series where you play like, I don't even know how much you play for ESL. Max, I think max you can play like 50. I don't know. Could be wrong about that number. But you play a lot of matches. Then, you know, each match is not like you have to figure out a strategy. I don't think. Unless you get to the very end where you're thinking like each match starts to matter more. But in the beginning, like, yeah, if it's a scrim for one day, go with my strategy if you have no other. If it's a long thing, then you just play the best way you think you can play. That is my idea. If you guys think differently, let me know. I know I went pretty long for that, but I think it's good advice. Who won the first two games? It was OGM won the first match, and they were clear on top because they got 5 kills, and they had the most points total for match number 1. And match number 2 goes to 807? No, yeah, 4G. 4Gamers won match number 2. I think 4Gamers is now in the lead. They got 2nd place in match number 1, 1st place this time around. And OGM got 7th place, I believe, or 6th place in the 2nd match. So they definitely went down at least to 2nd for OGM, possibly 3rd, possibly 4th. I'm trying to remember, because I think it was Laxers came in 3rd. They got a lot of kills, but they came in 9th this time. So they also went down a few pegs. So we might see a new top 3 then. Other than 4Gamers, they're still in the top 3. They're definitely number 1 right now. Alright, it's 9:30, so I think we're going to start soon. Yeah, it's 9:30 start, so within seconds we'll begin. Thank you guys. Hope you're enjoying yourselves. Again, if you have any questions, just keep me posted on that. I'm happy to be here for all your needs. It's awesome that you're watching. Definitely would love to see you engage in chat. Definitely engage with yourselves. You guys might have great advice for each other. If you see something in game that you thought was really good, or something really bad that maybe other people didn't catch, it could be good. That's the whole point of scrims, right? It's to get better. So if you want to be helpful in that, definitely let them know. Definitely one thing I want you to be, though, is be respectful. So if you do have some critiques of what someone did wrong, make sure that you're being respectful. Don't say like, oh, that was a really, you know, shit play or something like that. Just say, oh, they could have done this, you know. Be respectful. Huge part of being a player that I think a lot of players, well, not a lot, some players who are disrespectful. Happens sometimes, but I think a majority of people, if you just play with them on a normal basis, are respectful. So just think of it that way. Binary says 807 got 4th with 5 kills game 1. They got 4th, 5. Yes, I think you're correct on that. Obviously, you're part of the team, so you're definitely correct on that. But when they got 3rd place, right? Because I think IMS stole 2nd place from them. They pretty much but just hiding back. I mean, not, you know, they were one person left. Whenever you're one person left, you do whatever you need to do, right? I'm never gonna call you out for camping. I'm never gonna do anything like that because, I mean, that's what the odds tell you to do. I think another point is what we saw a few times here actually today is thirsting. I cannot stress this enough. There are times where you want the thirst, but there are a lot of times where you do not want the thirst, which is advantageous for your squad. Think about that, okay? You don't want to just thirst because you can. You want to think, should I thirst here? Does it make sense to? Could I do a better job by getting other players by not thirsting? That should be a crucial point in your game. All right. Just a little thought. Food for thought. All right. Vikindi, my favorite map as far as the looks goes. It's one of my favorites. I think Livik, obviously, one of my favorites too. For looks now that it is. But for comp side, it's one of my favorites because it can hold 100 players. Team 21 and Team 7 are dropping down to possibly Goroka, and we might see an early battle there. Dobro has 2 players dropping down immediately, so maybe we'll see that. Dobro is pretty big, and there's a lot of, and it also has a lot of buildings right next to each other, so they might just loot up without even noticing each other. Let's turn on the music here. I forgot about that. There we go. But yeah, these teams are probably just gonna loot up a lot right now, and we'll get back to that. Laxers did take Goroka for themselves. I thought we were going to see 2 teams there, but it does seem like AF kind of separated, looting different compounds. Again, it's not a strategy I really like for my own squads, but it is a strat that seems to be successful in some levels if you play it right. It could be a little risky, though. Legends has taken the south part, pretty much one of the only teams that actually went south. And if they have a car, they can just loot all that south part and be pretty good. This place is not a big area, so the fact that there's 2 teams here is probably going to lead to a pretty quick battle. 807 already landed here, and there's Mart and Owies for SX who landed here as well. That could be a little problematic, especially for SX, because they, one, are late here, and also they are just a duo in this spot. So Liddy has an Uzi, which is good for close range. I wouldn't be surprised if Liddy pushes more. The only problem with Liddy is that it doesn't have a helmet, doesn't have a vest either. And that is some defensive wear you really need to be effective in battle. Owies is really rotating around, and now they're right between... Oh, Team 16, Mart is already knocked out. Owies cannot even help after the shots because there's already a knock and going to be a thirst soon. Owies is leaving the area. That makes a lot of sense. Unfortunate for Mart, will not survive past this. So good work for 807. Pretty much a 2v1. Owies gets knocked down as well. That was from Golem. I didn't think they were going to see that. I thought Owies is going to get away pretty cleanly. But never mind. They get 2 kills off the bat, and that's going to be huge. Now, there's Zako over here. Probably would prefer a vehicle of sorts, but he's going to run instead. I don't know where to, because Drixie's right in right on the other end where there's team enemies in between. And that's going to be hard to get to. So I don't know what the move is. Maybe go to the road and see if we can find a car and hope not to get killed there. But we're going to head over back to Dobro because these 2 teams are still here. Both teams seem to have looted in opposite directions. OGM still looting the north part while Team 22 with DS looting the south. Shots fired with a 3-time scope from Bansita. Got a lot of hits on data, actually. But not a knock. And Ziyang seemed to have been damaged, too. Maybe they just kind of separated the love there with the bullets, letting each other take some hits so none of them actually get knocked. Sukru with a pan in hand, hoping to protect his body with it, apparently. Has 2 guns in the back, so he's not like he's out of weapon. There's a UNP, and I can't really tell what the other gun is. I think it's a sniper, because it has that design that usually... I think it's like... No, it's an M7 or a Scar. It's one of the 2. Well, there wouldn't be a Scar here, actually. So it probably is an M7. Alright, looking around, I don't see any teams that are right on top of each other. So, maybe we can kind of go over who's left. We got Rana, Mamunaka, interesting name, Slayer, and Rush. I haven't seen Mamunaka, so it must be a new sub for the team. And we'll see how they play with their new player. Rat Pack Gaming with Charm Titan Captain Hated. Looting up this top spot by Trevno. I really like Trevno. Just as a, like, it has good loot, solid, and you can get to building pretty quickly. I do like the design of this. Usually, you know, houses are pretty, you know, like straight. You know, you think of like New York City blocks. They're kind of like organized that way. I like this like weirdness. You know, how every house isn't like, I don't know how do I say it? Like lined up. You know, this is kind of like chaotic, and it kind of adds to that level of difficulty in this area to fight. They also have the docks, which add to another level. And they have this like dock here too, this part where the car is, so you can get a vehicle as well. That's why I like Trevno. It's different. Different's always good. For the most part. Team 23, let's take a look. Shots fired. IMS one player, Casper is knocked and thirsted out. Jay is knocked as well. Looks like players are coming in to hope to save the day. So it's a 2v4 pretty much. If they can get their revive, then it'll be a 3v4. But that'll take some time. We'll see if TB will allow that time. They're already pushing through this. Oh, man. Dynamo taking a lot of hits, trying to hold the line here. It cannot win, but looks like they're able to get a knock. Larry Boy gets knocked down. Jay surviving. No. Gets taken down. They were able to get 2 knocks, but that's about it. The rest are going to be safe and to go for revives. Nobody else is around the red zone. Man, if the red zone, that'd be so funny. I mean, I'd hate it for the team to go through that, but imagine a bomb just comes right into the smoke and kills them all. Adam's already gone, so that'll be safe for them. But that would have been hilarious. Would have been terrible for the competition, but it would have been hilarious. Oh, Team 21. We're right next to each other. There they are. I was like, why aren't they loading it? Oh, Frankie's getting shot. Frankie was lucky that he didn't go too far away from the house. He was able to turn back. Gorilla is knocked. Frankie's going to try to head over to this direction to help out the teammate. Frankie's going to try to shoot to the right as well. There's Gorilla. Gorilla overly exposed, but gets Sadok right there. Gringo still there. Throws a grenade to Beastie, a molly to Beastie, and that's going to be a knock. Huge move there. Gorilla's going to get picked up by Frankie at the moment. Rings is over here, going to hold the position against Gringo. Gringo's not getting hurt from that molly. Another throw and trying to hit him again, but I don't think... Oh, it is reaching. Gringo's getting hurt. Tries to back into the house. Too late. As the shots make contact. Great work for 6 Rings. Excellent throws, forcing them out. And shots at the end there to finish him up. So Laxers, they do lose Beastie. Which that was from a molly from the opposite team. But they do survive to win it. They have, what, 4 kills now? So it was a whole squad. So they were able to get a 4v4 victory. What should we do? We do have OGM on the left side. They pretty much have the whole side to themselves. They got Critches right there. They can get some pretty good loot. Unless it's already been taken, which is possible. Yeah, let's see. Ooh, Team 18. Renata is knocked. How the hell did that happen? Oh, trying to drive with the snowmobile. Not fast enough. As Laxers will get another kill. That's their 5th on the board. We just saw them get a whole squad wipe. And they said they weren't done. Team 16 driving by against Team 10 that's up top. But I think the cliffs are creating some separation. And SX, Strixie, and Zako are off. They already lost Owies and Mart. We saw that in the very beginning. As that was unfortunate for position-wise. Going to be hard for them to make that up as early game. Because there's a lot of teams that are still full squads. Team 20 is also driving, or there they are on the left side. Do they notice them? Velozo for TB right there. They're actually getting really close. They're actually stopping here. There they are. They heard them, and they're going to keep driving by. They drive by the other car that goes, and they're going to drive by this car that goes by. And they are going to take some shots. Luckily, not so far hits, not really successful hits. And they're going to stop here. Is TB going to turn back is the question. That could be a good push for TB. I don't know if they notice how many people were in the car. Maybe they feel like it would be successful. But they can easily push that with 4 players against 2. But again, they would have to have hindsight and know, oh, they're pushing. Let's see that for sure. It's a good move. They have advantages here, a big advantage. And this is going to be hard for SX to come out victorious. Shots as he jumps out, trying to advance the battle in the beginning. Coming out there. Oh, could not win that 1v1. But it looks like his teammate comes out like Batman and shoots down. I don't know if he would use a gun, but I'm going to use the Batman metaphor. Shots fired to the right. Gets Velozo. 1v2. Gets one more. Can he get another? No, Adam wins it. 3 players knocked. No kills. And Adam will go for the revives as they all creep into the building. That is huge. Adam almost losing all of his health and almost losing the 4v2 advantage. But TB will come out victorious. Their numbers definitely came in hand as it was a close call. Good work for TB though. That's exactly what you wanted to do. Not necessarily get knocked, but to push on that scenario. Some teams might not have felt like they could, or maybe felt that they didn't want to and try to stay away from the battle. That was definitely the right call, and you gotta give it for them for that. DS, taking the building here, and E on the other side. I think they're pretty far though. Siraj is a little close here. Siraj, what do you got? Where's your players? Where's your teammates? Oh my god, he's really close. I didn't realize how close he was. Siraj is right here next to Eni, and he does have a teammate. That is Wakanda. I'm not sure where Wakanda's looking. Oh, he's pretty close to it too. So he's got a good eye on this in case Eni comes around, tries to take down Siraj. Oh boy. Siraj is moving around, shots fired, and at least Siraj wins his initial battle. And there's the long-range shots. Eni, hearing the long-range shots, also doesn't make a push to Siraj, which is huge. That was actually great work from whoever was back there. Who was it? Wakanda. Because, obviously, if Eni didn't think anyone else was around, they would have pushed Siraj with their 2 players. But Mamunaka gets revived. So that's a bit of a problem for 4G now that everything's pretty much back to normal. And you were kind of hoping for 4G that they can at least take one out. Not the case. Molly thrown down, almost reaching Siraj, just a little bit of a few inches away. Oh, Siraj survives that grenade almost point blank. He's going to heal up, and he does get that heal in. Wakanda's still back there. We'll see if he's going to go for the long-range shot. Wakanda needs to shoot this to prevent a team push from NE. And he's surprisingly not pushing yet because they're not getting shot by Wakanda here. There's the shot. So that's what I was kind of thinking was going to happen earlier. But I guess that works out too. Wakanda hides behind the tree. So if you are going to play this type of game like 4G is, got to make sure that the person behind is going to create some cover fire. So Siraj can try to do his magic wherever he can here. For Siraj's point of view, he doesn't really have a lot of options. He could try to cut around to Eni. He definitely wants to keep his line of sight with Wakanda. And actually, Eni is backing away. They had a lot of advantages there. They just weren't able to hit Wakanda well enough. What they really needed to do for Eni was, with multiple players here, maybe have one player try to focus on Siraj. And if Wakanda was going to peek and shoot, they have another player shooting at Wakanda. They knew exactly where Wakanda was. So that's how I would have kind of organized the squad to make that happen. Fortunate for 4G, they didn't do that. Laxers looking down at DS. A lot of teams do that, by the way. Try to bait them out by having one player push out, and then the rest of the team just kind of shoots at that long-range shooter. So apparently you're just a little hyper here. Throws out a grenade. That's toward Andre. Andre almost got hit by that. It was actually really close. And will stay alive. I don't know why Gorilla looks like it. Maybe he has some MS issues with Gorilla. But Frankie's going to get this revive here for Laxers again for Rings. As I said before, Rings has been pretty excellent throughout the whole scrim. 9 kills in match number 1. Not as many in match number 2. But so far, Rings has gotten nice Molotov throws and kills from gunplay in this match. They already have 5 kills. We saw a squad wipe and a solo kill. We'll see if they can get any more. Gorilla flanking this right side. See if this side works out well or not. Yeah, I think his MS must be going a little off here. Because he's definitely he's a weird look. Is he like literally the mummy from like the movies where he has superpowers and can float? Or, yeah, probably not. I would say probably not. Team 17 driving toward more middle zone, if anything. Still got good separation other than these two teams, pretty much. Oh, Gorilla pushed forward. One player is up there on the left, in that left room. And one player from DS backs away. There's Andre. Good hits and gets a knock with the Uzi. Quick shots. As that is going to be pretty integral for this case. I think a grenade would be perfect if he has one for that house. He saw him peek. And he's still there. There's a smoke for his teammate. And same goes for DS there. They know where Gorilla is. Throwing a grenade in that room would be perfect. Andre is knocked, as we can see. Banista is going to try to get that revive. Goes all the way to the left. Seems successful here. Makes it. Danny holding up the other end. Pretty much by himself. Got a lot to worry about. If Danny gets knocked, probably will be thirsted. Looks like gonna throw a grenade inside the house. That could be a good throw. No contact though. I think Gorilla's behind the house rather than in the house. Yeah. And it looks like Gorilla's going to throw one back. Doesn't get into the right window, though. Gorilla might throw one from here. This could be a good one. Throws it to the right spot. Danny's going to be right in the middle of it, but not... Oh, doesn't matter. It's a smoke. And Danny will move to the bathroom just in case. And backs away completely now. Gorilla is continuing to push through. I think Gorilla might still think that the enemy's in this house, but it's already left. What else we got around just to make sure we don't miss any others. But this is the closest battle. Seems like the only battle at the moment. It's a bit of a silent one. Kind of like the Cold War, I suppose. No gunshots yet. But there's a bomb going off. So far, it's been pretty... It sounds like they're just arguing against each other. You know, just vocally angry at each other. We'll see if it changes, though, with actual kills. Opens up the door. Banista's going to be careful here. Yep, on that right side, Banista realizes, oh, there's a person here? Gotcha. Gorilla has a pan out. Probably should change it to a gun. Just my thoughts there. It's got a G gun. Definitely well known in this particular map. The only time you can use this gun. Other than TDM as well, I suppose. Definitely more of a stalemate. Both teams are waiting for the other team to make a bigger mistake. Brings has already been knocked by DS, so I'm assuming he's thinking more on the conservative side, waiting for something to pop out. DS, they've been holding back a lot here. Danny has made his way back to his teammates. Throwing Molotovs, definitely a safer way to try to get a knock. That's not going to be close to the enemy, though. Kalik. Oh, we need 10 likes and I'll do a dab. Hello, Olfatula. Welcome to the stream. Sorry if I mispronounced your name. Thank you for joining. Yeah, this one's being held up a bit. I'll keep an eye on the rest here still. So, ooh, grenade pops off, and that's going to be huge as Banista is knocked. We might see a push here as I think Laxers are going to feel a little bit more engaged here, but Frankie does get knocked. And a lot of damage to Rings as well. Trying to creep over to the left side. Gorilla might be able to get some good hits here with the team focused on the rest, but Andre is looking at Gorilla's side. Good peek. Oh, puts himself on fire. No, he's still good. Danny gets knocked by the Uzi. Uzi work is incredible right now. And he wins that two-piece kill. See Danny on this side. Oh, no. Ali is out. And DS completely is out of the game here. That was a good gunplay move. Laxers. Rings was, Frankie, I think, was knocked first. Rings was almost knocked. And then Gorilla was a huge move there. Able to get 2 knocked that were trying to push forward. And that was certainly a very big play from him. So, great stuff from Laxers. They definitely needed that to happen. They're also near the top of the list here of teams. So, you know, that's going to be a team to definitely focus on the most. Team 20 needs to get into zone, and they're going to have Team 11 in front of them. One player knocked, actually. And I don't expect a push from Team 11. Usually, if you have the option between a push and going to zone, most will stay for zone. And 807 has the zone behind them. So, I think they're just going to hold this spot and see what Team 20 will do. If they try to push through them, they'll take them out. If they try to go around them, they'll try to do the same. They have vehicles here, so they'll only be in the blue zone for a bit if they try to hunker down against them. Oh, Zyoma gets knocked down. Gollum is trying to throw, or trying to get the knock of the thirst, I should say. So far, unsuccessfully. Adam comes down. There's a smoke there for Adam. And it looks like one of the Filozo players will go for that revive. It does seem like TB, yeah, they have multiple vehicles that they can take to try to cut around. They got 0 seconds as that blue zone is starting to shift already. So I think the faster they move, the better. And where they go, though, they're probably not going to try to head straight in because 807's right there. They know that. But they'll probably go around them. They might even take a little bit of the blue zone, even at this stage in the game. It shouldn't hurt that much because they are so close to the next zone anyway that even being in the blue zone for a few moments shouldn't be too bad. They're cutting around here. They're heading straight to NE. They can hear the gunshots from NE right now, and they're kind of backing away from that. 807 still on their left side. Looks like they're going to stop here at the rocks. Not a bad spot. Liddy's shooting across. Oh, Filozo in the vehicle will be thirsted out as well. Liddy's pretty exposed here. Probably should try to find some harder cover with the rocks, but right now, none of the TB players are shooting out Liddy. That's kind of surprising there, but there you go. Liddy's able to get behind the rock now. This is not great for TB Adam. A lot of 807 players, they were dealing with 807 in the beginning when they were in the house. They're still dealing with them now. Luckily, they have a piece of zone. The next zone will push all these teams out, which will happen to change in roughly a minute. Oh my god, that was a hell of a Hail Mary grenade. That almost reached. Oh, that could reach. And too far. Wow. Oh, that was a good throw, especially at that distance, but the bounce out of it. Ooh, nice hit on Taco. got shots from the back, and Adam trying to stay low. Liddy gets knocked. I don't know why I can't shift around well enough, but there you go. Let me change this for a sec. Let's make this a little bit easier, because I don't know what's going on, but my graphics are, I think, getting hurt. We got data here. There's 4G. 4G. All these teams need to make sure 4G gets out of the game. That's the team that has the best chance of winning it so far. So if they take them out, that makes every team a little bit have a better chance of winning the whole thing. Throwing out a grenade there, or I mean a smoke. Siraj, barely any health. Blue zone's gonna overrun and is gonna be knocked from that. And that is it for 4G, actually. That is it for the squad. They come in 9th place. That's gonna open things up for sure. Let's see if anyone can take advantage of that. There's OGM. Grenade over to the left. Will it make good contact? It was close, but not close enough. Here's Rush. They got a good hill to work with. But they got enemies in front of them with Team 7 with Laxers. Laxers doesn't seem to be wanting them to continue to move forward. Good hits on Rush. Rush almost getting knocked by 6 rings, but he will stay alive. Heading up to the top here, I hear TB, I think, shooting. They got 8 kills. Good work from them. But the zone seems to be hurting their chances of winning here. And obviously their numbers aren't too good either, as Ioma gets knocked, as we just were talking about them and their chances. We got 7 teams left. Smoke's bouncing around. Grenade. Cooking. Will it reach? I think he threw it short. Did he throw that? Yeah, threw it short. And he getting shot from longer range. Slayer needs to get somewhere hidden. All these players, they blow up the vehicle, but that's the least of their worries right now, I think. They're trying to smoke it up too, hiding behind the tree. A lot of their players are getting hurt. One of them's burning. I don't even know how that happened, but Rush is staying alive. Yeah, it looks like one of the C4 players got knocked. Oh! That was a good grenade. Who's still alive over here? Rush? Yeah, Rush is healing up. There he goes, back to 75%. Rana needs to get picked up, but I guess he's just going to try to pick up the first one he could see. And that should be it. Yes, it is for NE. Look at all the smokes that they threw. Oh my god. This is a rave gone wrong. What the hell? Gorilla and 6 rings. Good work from them, though. Working their grenades in the initial kills. And then also their third party for C4. They actually hit some people at C4 as well. And that allowed them to make an easy push. Oh, getting hit. Not knocked, though. Oh, it is a knock. Frankie, nice work there in the last few bullets. Making good contact. Just trying to through the smoke, hoping for a hit, but doesn't seem to have any extra effect to that. Let's see, Team 11 is awfully close here. The Laxers. Taco, Cass, and Binary, last 2 players on the squad. One of the top teams in here. Laxers being one of them as well. Having a good chance to win the whole thing. OGM, another team that has a good chance, as they did win a match already. But they are at a disadvantage, obviously. Starting with 3 players this round and just having 1 person at the moment. Blue zone here. Rama. I don't know if the car's stuck. I guess it is. And Karama's going to opt to run. And hopefully that'll work for you. Sukru is right there on the left. And Karama continuing to run. Will it work? And no, it's not. It was a close call, but it looks like Sukru and C4 also caused the shots to make contact. Zalay might have heard Sukru shoot, so he's looking over in that direction. And there's a knock again on C4. They're trying to hit Sukru behind that rock, having a hard time with it. Suku peeking every now and then, trying not to overly do it because he's by himself. So far, so good for Suku. Working that magic, that Rock Lee leaning around it is exactly the type of gunplay needed as a solo. Keeping them at a far distance while minimizing your risk to getting taken down. The problem obviously lies now that you're not in the next zone. Maybe you got to go rock to rock to try to get in. I think maybe that left rock next or something like that, but somehow, some way needs to figure it out. Laxers is probably looking down at Sucru because Sucru was shooting just moments ago. They know they probably know someone's back here. Let's see Gorilla. Gorilla not really looking actually. So we'll see if Sucru does get taken down though by Zalay, and there's 3 teams left. Binary back here in the blue. Is taking the blue, actually. 6 rings is knocked for Laxers. That could be good for KC here. And no, gets taken down. Last player is in the blue. There's Binary. Let's see if we can get over there. And they might know it. Yeah. Trying to shoot from the blue is a death sentence. There wasn't really another option for them. And Laxers will take first place. And I think because they were pretty centered to that last zone, they probably have a lot of good kills. Yes, they do. I think that might pretty much clinch it for them. Let's lower the volume there. Whew. They always have to shoot at the end, huh? I know you want to celebrate, but that hurts my ears. We got Laxers with 9 for Gorilla, 5 for Frankie, and 3 for 6 rings. A team total of 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17 kills. Yeah, that's 17 kills. That's going to be huge. I think they won it now, just based on what they've done the whole game, but especially because of where 4G ended up. And we'll go over that because, as you can see, they're not on this list right now. 807 with 3 apiece for Binary, and Liddy 1 apiece for Golem and Taco Cass. Team total there of 8. Well done. And then you got KC with 3 total kills. You got Zalay with 2 and 1 for Kurama. 3 for 3. 3 kills, 3 rank. OGM with 1 kill from Sucru. C4 with 3 as well. Legends with 0. NE coming in with 2 kills. TB. Nice job from TB here. 3 for Adam. Team total 6, 7, 8. There's the 4G team. 1 kill on the board for Wakanda. 9th place. So I don't think they have won it. They were really close to doing it after match number 2. But there's 3 matches, and they weren't able to get far in this one. DS coming in with 2 kills. Rat Pack Gaming with 0. SX with, what do we got? 0. AF with 1 kill from Gringo. And IMS with 0. Whew. I hear all those shots in my ear. Too many shots. Okay. So that kind of covers it. If you guys did enjoy, make sure to leave a like and subscribe. That would be huge. I'm Omelet Arcade. If you give me a follow, I'd be very much appreciative of that. If you have any questions about this event, I'm here to help. So on our Discord, right below in the description, in my profile, you'll easily be able to click the link. You join our server. Great. Next thing you want to do is claim the PUBG Mobile role. If you have any questions on how to do anything in Discord, like signing up for our events or posting good content from your own YouTube channel maybe, or trying to join Naked Esports, applying to become part of Naked Esports, you can do that all through our Discord, and you can ask us directly about how to do any of that. We have it all detailed out on our Discord, but we're here to help too. And if you guys are liking what you see, I would appreciate if you just leave a like and subscribe. That kind of covers it. We'll have the results for this event either tonight or tomorrow. We have the Naked Riot. That'll be the next PUBG Mobile event that we're going to be hosting. It is a series of scrimmages that has an $80 prize pool. So if you want to be a part of that, you got to be a part of our Discord. Same way to sign up for this one. They're pretty similar. We have a COD Mobile event coming up tomorrow. So if you want to be a part of that, all you got to do is the same thing. Claim the COD Mobile role and sign up. It's really great to have so many people watching on YouTube. I think we peaked. Let's see where we peaked. We can get a quick glimpse of that. 24 people. That's pretty great. Happy to have that. It's, obviously awesome. And the fact that we get so many views for that is pretty dope. But yeah, that's about it. I don't know what else to say. I'm going to leave it at that. Take care. Be safe out there. COVID's a big deal, and I don't want you guys to catch it, and I don't want you to hurt your family or your friends by unexpectedly having it and passing it off. I know most of you guys are pretty young, so you guys probably won't feel the effects as much as maybe your parents or maybe loved ones that you may have that are older. But yeah, make sure you're safe and doing all the right things, okay? Take care, enjoy, and I'll see you next time. Peace.
It's delicious.